Hi there, welcome to 110 RC Scale Tales. We're back in the garage and we're talking about this Landrover Defender that you can see behind me. The Traxxas TRX6 with a Team Raffee hard body mounted on top, and I like to call it the Fiscan Mercenary. For those of you who've watched the channel, my previous videos, you'll have seen this Defender out on the trail, crossing rocks, through water, through mud. It performs exceptionally well. I've been asked by a telecommunications company to take this Defender on the biggest mission that I've done with an RC, and certainly that this Land Rover is going to do. They've asked me to drive it across the Tay road bridge, which is 2.5 kilometres long. It connects the county of Fife with the city of Dundee across the River Tay. What they want me to do is drive the Land Rover in a channel that sits below the road deck. The channel is roughly 1 metre wide by 50 centimetres high. It's 2.5 kilometres long, and it's in 200 metre sections. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be very, very exciting. But in order to do this, I've had to make a few changes to the Defender. I've also had to attend various inductions and health and safety meetings. I've also had to get myself a drone license, because you can see the drone sat on top of the Defender. I've got all sorts of hoops I've had to jump through. It's going to be a very, very exciting project. Looking forward to it, and I'll show you here what happened. Enjoy. Cheers. So there is the Defender. So like I said, I've had to make a few modifications. First off was to give the truck a bit more presence in the channel, and there are obstacles in the channel, such as existing cable and a small pipe, and there's areas where there's gaps. So what I've done is I've made myself some dually wheels. So that's increased the tyre width to 80 mil. As the gaps are 30 mil. All 6 wheels. Made these using old stock tyres. Fixed the wheels together and then glued the tyres using rubber glue. I think that should be enough to keep them secure. On top, you'll see a DJI 2 SE drone. Now, I'm not actually going to fly the drone because there's not enough room to fly the drone. The drone is going to be purely for visual, so we can see where the truck is going. And the reason we chose the drone is to give us the range and live feed back to the mobile phone. We did look at a GoPro, but you can only actually live stream the maximum range of 30 feet. According to the brochure, and what I've read and what I've seen, this has a potential range of 10 kilometres. Obviously we'll not be going that far, and granted the range will be affected by whatever construction is underneath the bridge, such as cables, metal, concrete, etc. For the front of the vehicle, which I've not added yet, I've got 2 high-powered mini torches, rechargeable torches, to light the way in front. That's essentially it. So very much it's going to earn its keep, this Land Rover. Let's see what happens. Well, it's 6:38 AM in the morning. I'm about to head across to Broxburn to sit my EUSR, which is Energy Utilities Skills Register in Telecommunications, Health and Safety. It starts at 8 o'clock, and they've told me it should finish by lunchtime. Hope it finishes by lunchtime. I'm also getting fitted for some safety boots and high-vis safety gear. Okay, the journey begins. Hi there, it's 6:51 on Tuesday the 11th of April, and this morning it's the big deal. I'm heading to Dundee to meet engineering, bridge control and health and safety at the Tay Bridge, and hopefully today we're going to run the 6x6 Defender across the bridge in the said channel. Friday was quite exciting. I had to go through to Broxburn, just outside Edinburgh, near the airport, to a company called C-Plan Telecommunications, where I had to sit 7 modules and 7 assessments, and I passed, which I'm pleased to say. I now have a card which is called SHIA in telecommunications, which is part of the EUSR. This card will give me access to working sites involved with health and safety and telecommunications that I'm involved in with the RC, should this happen again. So all very exciting. Got my fingers crossed that the truck does what it's supposed to do. Got batteries charging, etc, etc. So watch the space and we'll see what happens. Cheers now. So there's the Tay Road Bridge, the River Tay and the city of Dundee in the distance. I'm going to get into my car and drive the 2.5 kilometres across the bridge to bridge control, which is the blue building you can just see in the distance. When I get there, we're going to meet the rest of the team, the engineers, health and safety, and the bridge manager, and we're going to formulate a plan. So bridge control sits on the quay in Dundee, and I met the rest of the team and we headed into the main conference room, where I was shown a section of the basket that I'd be crossing with the various types of cable that the vehicle will be crossing. Here you can see my mercenary waiting patiently before actually going onto the bridge. We got onto the bridge and 2 of the C-Plan engineers opened the hatch, and my truck was lowered into the hatch and to start the investigation. Once we got started, everything was going fine. We got about 60 metres into the channel. You can see here. It looked amazing. Unfortunately, the truck lost connectivity and it got stuck. So we took the decision to reverse back. We reversed back about 45 metres. It got stuck again. Reversed a further 5 metres and we got stuck again. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about this other than get some drain rods and the yellow wire, which is called a Cobra, to attach onto the truck to pull it out. With a bit of force, we got the truck out, though the truck did receive some damage to the rear suspension, which you'll see later on. But thankfully, we got the truck out. Otherwise, if it had been stuck, it would have been left there to the end of May before we could get a special lorry and crane to retrieve it from underneath. So no, it was an exciting experience. Okay, we didn't get across the bridge. We got about 100 metres into the basket, which was great. But a very exciting project, and much appreciate that I was asked to be involved. So I just left the guys to make the hatch secure again, because the bridge was actually still open to pedestrians and cyclists. We were carrying out the various trials with the truck. So my little Landrover didn't make it across the bridge. I didn't expect it to. A bit more obstacles in the channel than expected. Got so far. But saying that, it's been a great experience working with C-Plan Telecommunications. and the Tay Bridge and health and safety, etc. It's been an experience, and so I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll look forward to see you on the next one. Keep on crawling, keep on trailing. All the best now. Cheers now.